Alrighty, so little tool that came with the KOM injector, sealant injector. Is obviously both ends, so you got the smaller end for taking out your car style valve, your Schrader inner valve or core, valve core, and then this thicker one, which I mentioned in the overview, is actually for taking these suckers off. So real cool little tool. Get that off. Now I've already put the front wheel in, the front Tyre Invader in, and I cut it to the 27.5 measurement, and it was really tight, like real hard to get in, kind of tight like a Cushcore, and I ended up snapping it. So I was trying to stretch it to make it easier, because once you get to that point where you've got most of the bead on, this literally just hangs out, and to push it back in, it just wasn't working. You try and push it in and it peels the bead open again. So I persevered for quite a while and I just couldn't quite get it. So it ended up snapping. So that's in there, not tied up now, like with a snap in one of the joints. So this one, I've left it at the 29er configuration, so the full length. And we're going to chuck it in like that. See how that sits. So generally I'll start next to the valve when I'm putting tyres back on. On the wrong side of the valve there we go. So start at the valve, one side of the valve. See there, it's still quite tight, but definitely much more user friendly. It was really hard before. Don't mind the planes. So airbase just down the street. So get it to that point, and it's the same as doing the, whenever you're doing your tyre, you want to feed that bead into the deepest part of the rim, the well. Work your way up to the valve. So because the valve sticks up inside the rim, it's going to impede. If it's down here, it's going to impede. And if it's down there, it's going to impede with your trying to put that tyre bead right into the well. So it's going to make putting tyres on a little bit harder for you. So that's all sitting up there nicely. That's cool. Start rolling the last of the bead. They're pretty tight fitting tyres, not overly tight, pretty good. To be honest, it's more or less identical to a Minion, most of the Maxi tyres that I've run. Squeeze him on, that's good. And then before you pump it up, we're just going to push it just to make sure that insert is sitting square, it's not folded up anywhere, which may affect the wobble of your tyre, the overall shape of the tyre. Probably not, but it doesn't hurt to do it. So, tyre logo at the valve, pretty pro. Obviously got to look cool. And that's easy, simple install. Much easier than Cushcore. Not that Cushcore's hard, but it definitely takes a technique and a structured process to get it in. So super simple. It still feels tight in there. It doesn't feel like it's flopping around. I'll pump them up and we'll see how it goes. Oh, put this sealant in now. So I was saying that I thought this may be a bit tight and you wouldn't get the particles through. Maybe block it up. No problem. So I've got 60 mils in here, plus a little bit more. Obviously, it only holds 60 mil. So I'll chuck a little bit more in. So it actually just plugs on. So you plug it on. It doesn't screw on there. It doesn't screw on there, the thread. No leakage, no seeping out the sides of the hose, no nothing. No blockage, look at that. So super simple, really, and effective. So KOM Cycling, that's killer. So I'll chuck a bit more in there, and you get the idea. Happy with that valve, that sealant injector. Happy with the way the tyres went on. They're not loose fitting, which is cool. The Effetto Mariposa, if you got 27.5s, I wouldn't cut them down to a 27.5. I'd leave it in the 29er configuration. If you've got 29er wheels, these might be a little bit tight, or you might just have to run them without tying them together, or tie them loosely together. So something to think about there. But I'm pretty happy with that.